Society of Canada is proud to welcome you to its 113th annual Commonwealth Honor and Rescue Awards ceremony. My name is Norma Wick, and I'm honored to be your MC throughout the ceremony. You've heard them. If pipers make you emotional, I have Kleenex. Please stand to welcome our award recipients, special guests, and dignitaries. I was hoping they'd keep playing so we could dance while we're waiting for our special dignitaries and guests to arrive. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for our national anthem. Thank you. You may now be seated. I was going to say elbows up, but I thought it's a very intimate gathering. I didn't want anyone to have to go to the penalty box so early in the proceedings. So, good afternoon and welcome to today's ceremony. I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are gathered today on the unceded traditional territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. Today's ceremony will recognize and honor two groups of individuals. We will acknowledge the invaluable contributions of Lifesaving Society volunteers who are dedicated to promoting drowning prevention awareness and preventing water-related injuries. And we will celebrate the courageous citizens who have performed significant acts of bravery to save a life in an aquatic environment. It is now my pleasure to acknowledge distinguished guests who are here with us today. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced, and we ask each guest to stand as your name is read. Gail Finley-Sherris, President-elect. Sean Hardiman, Vice President. Laura Lee March, Vice President. Isabel Tellin, Vice President. Ben Jones, Treasurer. Peter Fox, past Branch President. Tony Tariglia, past Branch President. Sean Healy, past Branch President. Len Manuel, past National President. And Dr. Steve Bierman, past National President and past President of International Lifesaving Federation. And Robert Underhill, a retired Staff Sergeant Major. And of course, all our national trainers that are with us today. Are you out there? I now invite the branch president, Mr. Graham Esplin, to bring greetings.
Apologies. Good afternoon, honored guests and friends of the Society. Welcome to the Honorable Premier Eby, the Honorable Commissioner of the Yukon Weber, and all of the distinguished guests who've prioritized drowning prevention awareness today. I'd like to open my remarks, as Norma did, by acknowledging that our Honor Rescue Awards are taking place on the traditional and unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples, and offer my personal gratitude for the opportunity to continue to learn and connect to the waters around our beautiful province and territory. As part of my personal commitment to learn on the path towards reconciliation, I've recently learned about the lunar phases of the Stolo peoples where I live and the gifts and signals each new moon brings. We are currently in Walekas, forgive my pronunciation, the little frog season, because the little frog begins to croak at this time, a sure sign of spring. And Thursday I was out for an early morning walk and I heard them. So spring's coming, despite all this rain. This also means that we'll start teaching waterfront lifeguarding next month, and I look forward to emphasizing the connections between the change in seasons and tides and the dangers that come along with this as we teach water safety. Making these connections between different ways of knowing provides a great connection to the value of place and the knowledge of local people in the learning and teaching that we do. The greatest honor of this position is to be part of a community that is the Lifesaving Society. Today is such a great day of community and connection for those of us involved in the Lifesaving Society. We get the opportunity to come together and celebrate the incredible work of our volunteers from around BC and the Yukon, honor the heroic actions of our fellow residents, and in some cases, mourn the loss of those we were not able to save despite the brave efforts of so many. It is a day we can look to both the left and to our right and know that those here with us are here to celebrate, applaud, and support the humanitarian values deeply rooted within our society motto, whomsoever you see in distress, recognize in them a fellow human. At this point, I'd also like to acknowledge the incredible work of our branch office team and volunteers. This year, we're so proud of the outreach and connections and community building that have been at the heart of our work. I wanted to take the opportunity to highlight some of the incredible accomplishments and partnerships of 2024. In partnership with Diverse City, City of Delta, and City of Surrey, the Lifesaving Society provided Swim to Survive training for new Canadians in a safe space in multiple languages. We hosted the Canadian Pool Lifesaving Championships in Victoria, BC, where for the first time, a team from BC, Vancouver's own Pacific Lifesaving Club, claimed the national overall title. And as a quick aside, 2 of those team members went on to medal at the World Championships representing Canada this year, so amazing achievements. And that was in Australia, so really cool. The Society partnered with Canucks Autism Network to create adapted swim instruction materials for neurodiverse children. And Vancouver lifeguard Jesse Harowitz completed the incredible 52-kilometer swim of Lake Ontario as a fundraiser in support of the Swim to Survive program. In taking Jesse's advocacy in practice, we also need to continue to grow our participation in Swim to Survive programs, where people are taught self-rescue after an unexpected fall into deep water. To continue to encourage people to participate in swimming lessons, continue to make lessons accessible for all people, and continue to emphasize the life skills and joy that can be found in learning to swim, life-saving training, life-saving sport, and lifeguard training. A huge opportunity lies in taking the Swim to Survive programs into schools for all grade 3 students. How amazing would it be that every grade 3 student be provided the skills for self-rescue? We look forward to working collaboratively with the various levels of government, NGOs, and other volunteer organizations to make this possible. Another important aspect the Society continues to support is the push with the federal government in pursuit of mandatory PFDs for all those on watercraft in BC. This is something we can do. I'm sure some of you can relate to growing up before seatbelts were mandatory. I remember my parents crafted these orange boxes, put a little soft padding on them, and my sister and I had booster seats. And away we went. And we perched on top of them. Now, all of us, the minute we get into a car, we feel for the seatbelt. And it's time for that instinct to spread to the water as we climb onto or into our paddleboards, kayaks, canoes, outriggers, powerboats. And the click of the life jacket or PFD is a must. A stark reminder of this is that 79% of boating-related fatalities in Canada involve people not wearing life jackets. We all need to continue to press local, federal leadership for support on this. Just in closing, Vancouver author Susan Nielsen wrote in her great YA book, I'm a teacher, so I love this stuff. In her book, We Are All Made of Molecules, she said that everything and everyone is interconnected. And we're really grateful that everyone is here today. I hope that through celebration and reflection, we can continue to work and learn together in our pursuit of a society free from drowning and characterized by supervised waterfronts, water-wise public, and a shared commitment to ensuring the access to and participation in learn-to-swim programs and life-saving skills. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the BC and Yukon branch of the Lifesaving Society, thank you very much.
Thank you, President Esplin, and I am now pleased to introduce the other guests, our distinguished guests that are with him on the platform today. Starting on President Esplin's right is Susie Chand, MLA for Vancouver North Seymour. To her right, Yukon Commissioner, the Honourable Adeline Weber. Beside her, the Premier of British Columbia, the Honourable David Eby. To his right, the Minister of Public Safety and Solicitor General, the Honourable Gary Begg. Next, Deputy Mayor for the City of Vancouver, Councillor Peter Meisner. And Pete Fry, Councillor for the City of Vancouver. Fortunately, not much is happening on the political scene this year. It's been a real slow start. So fortunately, that means that we are graced with the presence of our Premier. And I'm pleased to invite him to the podium now, the Honourable David Eby, Premier of British Columbia.
Thanks very much for having me here. I'm really excited to be here. And first, let me acknowledge something that I think is really obvious on a day like today, and I don't think it's controversial. We are Canada's wettest province. We're going to claim the title today, and it's a reminder to all of us of the importance of the work that lifeguards do. That we have so much waterfront, that we have so many ponds and lakes and areas where people enjoy to swim and recreate, and how important it is that they have that grounding in water safety and that they have the skills necessary to help someone who's in distress if they're not adhering to those rules and they get into trouble. I admire very deeply what lifeguards do. I'll tell you that a young David Eby at one point in swim lessons aspired to lifeguarding until I got stuck in level K. Now, I can't explain that either, level K, but I did get stuck there. My friend Mike McKay, I told this story last year, I'll tell it again because it is a deep wound, continued on and became a lifeguard, made a lot of good money over the summers. I carried it with me. I married a lifeguard. So I want you to know that I've kept lifeguarding close to me going forward. And it's why I love to come to this event. The training that you do, the skills that you have. I mean, a lot of people say to me, I could never do your job. I have been evaluated. I cannot do your job. It's conclusive. We can try again, I guess. But the training that you do, the endurance that you have, the strength that you bring, and the judgment that you bring to your work in training others, in acting as lifeguards, and saving people, and being a level head under stress, I am deeply admiring of. And today, we hear the stories of how it made the difference between life and death for people in this province, both through your proactive work, educating people, but also through responding in a moment of crisis. So thank you for all of your efforts. Thank you for training others. Thank you for being such a proud example for all British Columbians. And I want you to know, as part of my American boycott, I am no longer watching reruns of Baywatch. I know it's hard for a number of you as well, but just a pro tip, there's a Canadian rescue reenactment TV show called Rescue 911. Highly recommended as a good substitute. And any one of you could have been the role models. What you do while day to day might not be noticed is definitely deserving of our attention, respect, and appreciation. So thank you for everything. And congratulations.
Thank you, Premier Eby. I'm now pleased to welcome to the podium the Honourable Adeline Weber, Commissioner of Yukon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so pleased to be here today. It's wonderful to look. I'm looking forward to all the stories we'll be hearing today. And I did bring extra Kleenex. I was told I should bring some extra Kleenex. So anyway, I'm glad to be here. This annual ceremony is extremely an important occasion. It allows us to celebrate the spirit of giving, praise the dedicated efforts of the Lifesaving Society volunteers, and formally recognizes the dedicated efforts of award recipients. When I look around me today, I see a whole room full of individuals who have deeply embraced the idea of giving freely of themselves. What you have done takes great courage and bravery, and I'm truly honored that I will have the opportunity in a few minutes to present some of you with your awards. I do want to thank the Lifesaving Society for your ongoing work aimed at preventing drownings and reduce water-related injuries. Your work is extremely important everywhere in the world, and in particular in BC and the Yukon, where we are blessed with so many wonderful lakes and rivers. Your work goes a long way to reducing the number of such tragedies. And I'd like to again say congratulations to all the people who will be receiving awards today, and I thank you for allowing me and inviting me to come to your special day. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner Weber. I would now like to welcome to the podium the Honourable Gary Begg, Minister of Public Safety and Solicitor General.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for inviting me to speak here today. Before I begin, I too would like to thank the members of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh people whose historic relationships with this land continues until today. It's an honor to be here today to recognize the incredible bravery, skill, and quick thinking those who have gone above and beyond to save lives. Today we celebrate your courage and selflessness in stepping up and risking your lives to help others in crisis. Through a combination of professional training and instinctive action, you made a difference when it mattered most. Your efforts remind us that life-saving is not just a skill, it's a commitment to public service and protecting others. As we enter the summer, it's crucial to stay water smart in and around the water and to reflect on how heroic life-saving efforts make a huge impact in our communities. These awards not only honor your bravery, but also serve as a reminder that life-saving is a shared responsibility. Every one of us has a role to play in ensuring that everyone is safe while enjoying water-based activities. In 2023, 101 people died by accidental drowning in British Columbia, with fatal drownings most common during the summer months, notably in July. With proper education on water safety, many of these deaths could have been prevented. Learning survival swimming skills can help protect people against drowning. There is more work to be done to ensure British Columbians are informed on water safety and the risks associated with water-based activities. But with individuals like yourselves, we know that there are more people out there willing to help others when they need it the most. Your actions have made a difference, and your courage inspires us all. You remind us of the power of preparedness, bravery, and community. On behalf of the citizens of British Columbia, thank you for your commitment, heroism, and dedication. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Begg. Since this has come up so often in the speeches that we've heard, it brings to mind a quote, because there's a lot of people in this room, and we all do something. And in times like these, the quote that this reminds me of is, when you're feeling like if nothing we do matters, then all that matters is what we do. Because that's all there is, what we do. So whether we're loving family members, we're volunteers, we're educators, we're politicians, it matters what we do. And start where you are and look around you, as so many of you do with your volunteerism and stuff. And it can lead to some pretty great things. And we're going to hear about some of them today. I would now like to take the opportunity to highlight that there are special messages from the Honourable Wendy Lisa Garkokia, Lieutenant Governor of British Columbia, and from Jagmeet Singh MP, Burnaby South, and leader of the New Democratic Party of Canada. Those are available in the program booklet you received today at check-in, and we thank them both for supporting our event. I will now introduce our citation reader for the day, Jason McKinnon. Jason is a Vancouver-based actor known for Firefly Lane, Wonder, and Night at the Museum. As we recognize today's award recipients, he will be sharing the heroic actions of everyday citizens and some of the contributions of our volunteers. And thank you for being with us, Jason, because I know I can't get through these things. In fact, I'll probably be weeping here. It's my only opportunity to cry publicly every year, so thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
I will now ask Mr. Esplin to present the Honor Awards to recognize the dedicated volunteer commitment provided to assist the Society in meeting its mandate of safety on the water. The first Honor Award to be presented today is the Certificate of Thanks, awarded to those who have made short-term contributions of 2 years or fewer of active service to the Society. We will be presenting this award in 2 groups, and I would like to welcome the first group of individuals onto the stage as we honor Kyla Atkins, Jackson Drew, Jessica Drew, Rachel Herron, Martin Henderson, and Katie Hopp. Come on up. Unfortunately, Jessica Drew, Rachel Herron, and Martin Henderson were not able to travel, so Jackson will receive the award on Jessica's behalf. Congratulations.
Kyla Atkins has served as a key member of the Swim of Life Advisory Group, helping create resources and develop trainer talks. Jackson Drew has supported gathering information for and assisting with the Honor and Rescue Awards. Jessica Drew has also supported gathering information for and assisting the Honor and Rescue Awards. Rachel Herron has served as a key member for the Swim for Life Advisory Group, helping create resources and develop trainer talks. Martin Henderson co-chairs the Sport and Competition Advisory Group and has contributed to the growth of life-saving sport in BC. Katie Hopp has served as a key member of the Swim for Life Advisory Group, helping create resources and develop trainer talks.
I would now like to invite our second group of individuals to be honored with a certificate of thanks. Cindy Larson, Dan Marcotte, Isabel Percari, Phil Skinder, and Kim Watts. I forgot about the pictures. Make sure you get those. And again, let's bring up Cindy Larson, Dan Marcotte, Isabel Percari, Phil Skinder, and Kim Watts. Unfortunately, Isabel will not be able to travel in for today's event.
Cindy Larson is a national trainer in Kootenays, BC, and has provided expertise to the First Aid Committee. Dan Marcotte has served on the Program Advisory Group, contributed to the APDM Committee, and helped create video resources for instructor development. Isabel Percari has been a member of the Program Advisory Group and Swim for Life Advisory Group and has helped update water-smart resources to address the unique challenges remote communities face. Phil Skinder is a contributing member of the Sport and Competition Advisory Group and has played an active role in promoting life-saving sport, guiding numerous athletes to excel. Kim Watts has served as a key member of the Swim for Life Advisory Group and was instrumental in developing instructor resources.
Congratulations. Our next honor award to be presented is the Service Commendation, awarded to those volunteers who have dedicated a minimum of 2 years of active volunteer service to the Society. Today, we honor Gail Finley Shearis with the Service Commendation.
Gail Finley Shearis currently actively serves on the Lifesaving Society BC and Yukon Branch Board of Directors as a Vice President and as a member of the Finance Committee. She is also a member of the Sport and Competition Advisory Group and uses her vast experience in life-saving sport to provide insight and guidance. Gail has additionally served on the Certification Review Committee and Nominations Committee. As a board member, Gail has worked to shape the current 3-year strategic plan for the Society.
Next, we honor Michelle Habian with the Service Commendation.
Michelle Habian has been a co-chair of the Swim for Life Advisory Group since its inception in 2022. She has played a key role in developing resources to support affiliates in the adoption of the Swim for Life program in BC and Yukon, and has worked in creating numerous swim and life-saving tools. Michelle has been instrumental in leading trainer talks and co-presented on behalf of the Lifesaving Society at BCRPA's Active Professional Conference.
Congratulations. Now we honor Ben Jones with the Service Commendation.
Ben Jones has served as treasurer on the Lifesaving Society and BC and Yukon Branch Board of Directors since 2022 and currently chairs the Finance Committee. He has also participated as a member of the Certification Review Committee and formerly served on the Audit Committee. As a member of the board, Ben has helped to shape a 3-year strategic plan for the Society.
Congratulations. Next, we honor Nancy Liddell with the Service Commendation.
Nancy Liddell is a dedicated volunteer who provides essential support to branch staff across a range of clerical duties, including organizing affiliate orders, assembling instructor kits, and assisting with warehouse organization. In 2023, Nancy Liddell received the President's Plaque for Outstanding Volunteer Service.
Congratulations. Now we honor John Woolgar with the Service Commendation. Unfortunately, John can't be with us today, so his award will be accepted by Rescue Award Chair Lori Andrew.
John Woolgar has volunteered on the Lifesaving Society BC and Yukon Branch Board of Directors as a Vice President since 2021, where he also actively served as a member of the Certification Review Committee. As a member of the board, John has helped to shape the current 3-year strategic plan for the Society.
Our next honor award is to be presented as the Service Medal, awarded to those volunteers who have dedicated a minimum of 4 years of volunteer service to the Society. Today we honor Leah Bertrand with the Service Medal. Unfortunately, Leah can't be with us today, but her award is going to be accepted by Len Manuel, past National President.
Leah Bertrand has been a vital member of the Program Advisory Group for several years and has contributed countless volunteer hours to support pool and waterfront safety audits. She has also dedicated her time to Brentwood College's annual Swim to Survive program, which has been especially important for the college's international students who may lack sufficient water safety awareness or formal swimming training. Leah's dedication and commitment has been instrumental in advancing water safety and promoting drowning prevention initiatives on Vancouver Island and throughout BC.
And now we honor Megan Pilla with the Service Medal.
As a national trainer, Megan Pilla has mentored trainers and provided invaluable leadership in the Kootenays since 2019. Megan has served as a member of the Program Advisory Group, mentored apprentices, and contributed to branch projects that promote water safety. Her dedication and empathetic style of mentoring reflect a strong commitment to excellence and to advance the Lifesaving Society's mission.
Congratulations, Kendall. Sorry, that was Megan. Now we honor Kendall Shepard with the Service Medal.
A national trainer based in northern BC, Kendall Shepard has been an integral part of the Swim for Life Advisory Group since 2022, having previously served as a member of the Program Advisory Group. Kendall played a key role in developing resources to support affiliates in the adoption of the Swim for Life program in BC and Yukon, helping to create swim and life-saving tools. Kendall has also been instrumental in leading trainer talks and piloted a swim and life-saving instructor course, providing valuable feedback to enhance the program. Kendall's dedication has been vital in advancing water safety and drowning prevention initiatives in the North.
I already congratulated you, Kendall. Sorry about that, Megan. Now we honor Paula Tulin with the Service Medal.
Paula Tulin has served as co-chair of the Swim for Life Advisory Group since 2022 and is a former member of Sport and Competition Advisory Group. She has overseen the development of numerous swim and life-saving tools and has represented the Lifesaving Society as a presenter at the BCRPA Active Professionals Conference. Paula leads by example, teaching Swim for Life and life-saving instructor courses for affiliates in the Lower Mainland, BC. She has also actively contributed to the branch's partnership with the Canucks Autism Network, developing meaningful visual tools for swimmers with disabilities. In 2024, Paula received the President's Plaque for Outstanding Volunteer Service. Paula's leadership and commitment to excellence and inclusivity makes her a powerful advocate for water safety.
Congratulations. Next, we honor Karen Zidane with Service Medal.
A national trainer based in the Yukon, Karen has been instrumental in mentoring trainers and instructors and leading drowning prevention initiatives across the territory. She plays a crucial role each year in leading the effort for National Drowning Prevention Week and has been an invaluable member of the program advisory group since 2019. Karen is also a volunteer member of the Lifesaving Society Canada's National Public Education Commission, where she contributes greatly. Her dedication and commitment have been instrumental in advancing water safety and promoting drowning prevention initiatives in the Yukon.
I want to get this right. It's Karen Zidane. I think they get an award for just coming up here and having people say nice things about them, because volunteers are so not about that. Congratulations. Our next honor award is the Bar to Service Medal. The Bar to Service Medal is awarded to those who have dedicated a minimum of 8 years of voluntary service to the Society. Today, we honor Louise Bischoff with the Bar to Service Medal.
Since becoming a national trainer in 2018, Louise Bischoff has offered invaluable guidance and feedback to numerous apprentices across the Lower Mainland. She has also played a key role as a part of the First Aid Committee and has been instrumental in providing regional representation by actively participating in multiple affiliate meetings to support trainers and instructors. Louise's sharp memory and meticulous attention to detail have been crucial assets to revising and enhancing branch support resources. Her outstanding contributions continue to have a lasting impact on the Lifesaving Society.
Congratulations. Now we honor Victoria Grusnick with the Bar to Service Medal.
Veronica Grusnick has been an integral volunteer throughout her years of service, taking on countless roles with unwavering dedication. An exceptionally active national trainer, she is deeply passionate about teaching and has mentored many future trainers and instructors. Veronica's contributions extend across many of the branch's committees and advisory groups, where she has helped shape the National Lifeguard Program, sport, life-saving, and leadership streams. Veronica's leadership, commitment, adaptability, and collaborative spirit have been pivotal in driving the Lifesaving Society's mission forward.
Congratulations, Veronica. Now we honor Julie Kaufman with the Bar to Service Medal.
Julie Kaufman has been a dedicated volunteer in a variety of impactful roles throughout her years of service. An exceptionally active national trainer, Julie is deeply passionate about teaching and has mentored countless future trainers and instructors. She co-chaired the program advisory group for 5 years, contributing her expertise to many key branch projects. She has also volunteered at many life-saving sport and lifeguard competitions throughout the years. Julie's remarkable dedication, leadership, and unwavering commitment have played a pivotal role in advancing the Lifesaving Society's mission.
Congratulations. Our next honor award is the Service Cross, awarded to those who have dedicated a minimum of 12 years of service to the Society. Today we honor Allison Dewey with the Service Cross.
Allison has made a significant impact throughout her dedicated volunteer service across multiple program areas over the years. Allison has served as a member-at-large for the branch since 2021 and as a national trainer since 2022, providing mentorship to apprentices, trainers, and instructors. Prior to this, Allen has served on the Program Advisory Group and National Lifeguard Committee. Allison's commitment and positive leadership continue to inspire and drive the Life-Saving Society's mission forward.
Congratulations. Now we honor Melina Sweezy with the Service Cross.
Melina Sweezy is a dedicated leader in aquatics and drowning prevention, championing training, support, and education across northern British Columbia. Since 2018, she has served as an aquatic safety auditor and national trainer, tirelessly educating, training, and mentoring new instructors and trainers in her region. Melina brings extensive expertise in safety management, pool audits, and first aid, and her commitment to excellence plays a vital role in advancing water safety initiatives.
Congratulations. Our next honor award is the Honorary Life Member. The Honorary Life Member Award is for those who have dedicated a minimum of 24 years of service in an active volunteer role to the Society. Today's recipient of the Honorary Life Member Award is Lori Andrew.
Lorianne is deeply committed to the Life-Saving Society mission and values with an extensive history of dedicated volunteer service in various roles. Since 1998, she has served as the G.A. Brown Fund Chairperson and the Rescue Awards Chairperson, where her leadership has been instrumental in recognizing civilians who have performed courageous water rescues across BC and the Yukon. Throughout the years, Lorianne has fostered meaningful connections with award recipients and their families, offering an empathetic approach that ensures they are honored as the true heroes they are. In 2002, she was awarded the Queen Elizabeth II Golden Jubilee Medal in recognition of her outstanding contributions to the community. Lorianne's unwavering commitment has profoundly impacted countless lives and continues to be a driving force in advancing the Life-Saving Society's mission.
Congratulations, Lorianne. Our final honor award is the President's Plaque. This award is selected by the President of the branch for invaluable volunteer service given in promoting the Society and its aims. This year's winner of the President's Plaque is Karen Zaidan.
Karen. Karen is an exceptionally dedicated national trainer with an unwavering passion for bringing water safety awareness to even the most remote communities in the Yukon Territory. In 2024, she worked collaboratively alongside the City of Whitehorse and numerous donation groups to help establish the Life Jacket Loaner Station at several busy community lakes. Karen championed and facilitated the first ever trainer course in the Yukon, which also resulted in increased northern representation in both the Swim for Life Advisory Group and the Lifesaving Advisory Group, with 2 volunteers from the territory joining these impactful groups. Karen generously volunteers her personal time to foster positive change and has been a strong advocate for hosting future sport competitions in the Yukon. She's also working to bring the Life-Saving Sport Coach Level 1 course to the area and has been collaborating with the Recreation and Parks Association of the Yukon to integrate this program into their annual pool school, which will equip community pool managers with the skills to successfully run pool seasons in the unique Yukon communities. Karen's inspiring dedication and relentless pursuit of water safety education make her an invaluable ambassador for the Society, not just in BC and Yukon, but on a national scale, as she continues to volunteer as an active and contributing member of the Public Education Commission for Life-Saving Society Canada.
Congratulations to all our honor award recipients. And I bet if you looked up the word service, you'd see many of their photos next to that, including our next speaker. I looked her up, and this woman has served in many ways for a long time. And I would now like to invite to the podium Susie Chant, MLA, North Vancouver Seymour.
Aren't you nice? Thank you. Good afternoon, and so lovely to see everybody again. It's a wonderful group, and it's always wonderful to be here and know that you folks are out there doing what you do for British Columbia. So thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. I too am going to start by saying I'm grateful to be on the lands of the Tsleil-Waututh, Squamish, and Musqueam people, and am very honored to be able to live, learn, and be part of the work that they do to steward our water, our lands, and our air now. And so very grateful to be here. As we said, my name is Susie Chant. I'm the MLA for North Vancouver Seymour, Parliamentary Secretary for Seniors in Long-Term Care, and I also have the honor of being the liaison with the Consulate Corps. And I just want to say a massive thank you to the Royal Life-Saving Society of BC and Yukon Branch for inviting me here on your special occasion to help pay tribute to the heroes in this room whose quickness of thought, sureness of skill, and deep care for their fellow human beings has manifested in acts of supreme bravery and selflessness in the service of lives in peril. I deeply appreciate and am filled with gratitude for all the work that the Life-Saving Society does to help keep people safe in, on, and around the water. The waters of British Columbia, the oceans, the lakes, the rivers, the pools, and the hot tubs, are such an important part of lives for everyone who calls this province home. Whatever the nature of our own personal connection with the water, whether it's livelihood, recreation, or just simply the proximity, the importance of that connection is something that all British Columbians share. As much as we need the water, we must always be mindful of the dangers that it can pose to us as well. The cold and freezing temperatures alone are deadly as drowning and usually quicker. I was grateful to receive water safety training in my previous life with the Naval Reserves. We were taught what to do if you fall in, how to help someone else get out of the water, the revive and survive method, throw, row, go, because time is of an essence. But not everybody joins the Navy. So, thankfully, British Columbia has the Life-Saving Society for the past 113 years. Through its public education campaigns, research on water-related deaths, swimming courses, aquatic safety, first aid courses, and the promotion of life-saving sport, they have truly made a monumental impact on the safety of our province. So once again, I thank the Lifesaving Society of BC and Yukon Branch and everyone here today for all that you are doing to prepare people with the knowledge and the skills they need to be safe on the water, to preserve their own lives, and if need be, to be ready to answer the call to save others, just as the extraordinary people whose heroism we are honoring today here have done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Chant. I would now like to invite to the podium Peter Meisner, Councillor and Deputy Mayor for the City of Vancouver.
Good afternoon, everyone. I look much younger in that photo. That was a few years ago before I started on council. But I am City Councillor Peter Meisner, also Deputy Mayor, and I'm really pleased to be here on behalf of the City of Vancouver and Mayor Ken Sim and all of Council. I would also like to acknowledge that we are gathered on the unceded and traditional territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh Nations, their waters and their lands that they've cared for since time immemorial. So it's an immense pleasure for me to be here today at the 113th Lifesaving Society Awards. That's just incredible that this organization has been around serving the people of BC for so long. An important event that acknowledges the extraordinary courage and bravery of individuals who place themselves in harm's way to save the life of another person. I'd like to personally thank all of you, whether you're being recognized with an award today for your bravery in rescuing someone, or if you have contributed your time as a volunteer for the society. Your courage in the face of danger cannot be understated. Vancouver's unique water-rich landscape makes it one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and it is well known as a city that makes use of that water through recreational activities, industry, and more. But with that comes the need for safety prevention initiations and training to prevent incidents of drowning. Data shows that drowning is preventable, and only 1% of drowning incidents occur in a lifeguard-supervised setting. The Lifesaving Society's important work focuses on preventing drowning, whether that's at local beaches, lakes, or pools. Water safety remains top of mind for the Society, which has been training swimmers to be lifeguards, instructors, and lifesavers since 1911. Swimming lessons are also an important first step in learning how to be safe around the water, and the City of Vancouver does offer the Lifesaving Society's Swim for Life program at our pools across the city. The City of Vancouver also supports this important training through various programs conducted by the Vancouver Aquatics Academy, and that academy accepts children who show an interest in becoming a lifeguard or who want to develop their water safety skills through our Junior Lifeguard Club. So despite being surrounded by water, it's estimated that half of Canadian children never take formal swimming lessons, even though swimming is the second most popular activity after cycling in Canada among school-aged children. And I can speak from experience that I did not have the opportunity to take swimming lessons when I was a child. So I really thank you all for all the work that you do. But with drowning identified as the second leading cause of preventable death in Canada, learning to swim is a life skill as important as learning to ride a bike. So we must acknowledge this fact and continue to teach our children the importance of life safety training. Finally, I would like to acknowledge all the volunteers here, again, for your dedication to this important cause, and to those brave individuals who have gone above the call of duty to save the lives of others in drowning-related incidents. You are our beacons of safety, the silent sentinels who watch over us in the water, and I'd like to thank you for your service, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Meisner. I would now like to welcome the Honourable Adeline Weber, Commissioner of Yukon, to present the first group of rescue awards. The Silver Medal for Merit is awarded when a rescuer has performed meritorious service in saving a life in an aquatic emergency. The first recipients are Angela Eves, Jordan Eves, Don Colum, and Rob Wilson. Unfortunately, Don Kaloum was not able to travel in here for today's event, so Rob Wilson will be accepting the award on his behalf.
On the evening of September 23, 2024, Angela Eves heard faint cries for help coming from the water behind her home on Anoose Bay. She called her daughter Jordan, and together they sprang into action. They called 911 and, grabbing their kayaks and binoculars, set out on the water in search of the person in distress. They spotted a man in his 60s wearing a life jacket and clinging to an overturned boat. Due to dimming light and strong waves, Angela and Jordan made the difficult decision to return to shore as staying out on the water had become unsafe. But Angela had remained on the phone with the Joint Rescue Coordination Center in Victoria, and she was connected to water taxi operator Rob Wilson. Rob was on his way to Winchelsea Island when he received a call from the Joint Rescue Coordination Center about the distress call near Wallace Point. Despite challenging water conditions, Rob turned back to retrace his route and search the area. He had been unable to locate the man until he spoke with Angela, who guided him over the phone to the capsized boat. Rob maneuvered his vessel close to the upturned skiff and threw a life ring to the man who was suffering from hypothermia. Commissioner Don Kaloum, a passenger aboard Rob's water taxi at the time, assisted Rob in pulling the imperiled individual from the water. The man, believed to have been stranded for several hours, was rushed to the hospital with the help of Coast Guard boats and BC Ambulance. For their courageous and resourceful rescue, we honor Rob Wilson, Don Kaloum, with the Silver Medal for Merit, and in recognition of their incredible perception and their crucial roles in aiding the search and rescue, we honor Angela Eves, Jordan Eves, the Silver Medal for Merit.
Actually, Jordan was not supposed to be here right now. She was actually supposed to be in Belize, but said that she wanted to be next to her mom to share this moment. Congratulations. The next Silver Medal for Merit recipients are Lily Kennedy and Jeff Skillen. Unfortunately, Lily and Jeff could not be present today, so accepting the award on their behalf is our honorary life member who also volunteers to accept awards, Laurie Andrew.
On January 14, 2024, Lily Kennedy and Jeff Skillen were walking their dogs at Beaver Lake in Victoria when they heard splashing and frantic screams. A woman had ventured onto the icy lake to rescue her dog, which had fallen through the ice about 18 meters from shore. She managed to reach the dog, but as she tried to lift it, the ice beneath her gave way, and she plunged into the freezing water. Her brother, standing on the shore, rushed out to help her, but he too fell through the ice into the frigid lake. Lily quickly called 911, and then she and Jeff began throwing large logs onto the ice to create a path that would help the siblings to safety. The man and woman remained in the water for at least half an hour, but they eventually managed to get back to the land along with their dog. By that time, ambulances and fire trucks had arrived, and the siblings were taken to the hospital where they were later discharged. For their calm ability to assess risk and act swiftly, we honor Lyle Kennedy and Jeff Skillen with the Silver Medal for Merit.
Thank you, Lorianne, and thank you, Commissioner Weber. Yeah, you can see it. I will now invite the Honourable David Eby, Premier of British Columbia, to present the next group of rescue awards. The Silver Medals for Bravery are awarded to acknowledge rescues involving significant acts of bravery. Our first recipients are Kyle Boudreau and Derek Martin. A Silver Medal for Merit is also awarded to Jacqueline Snow.
On August 4, 2024, Kyle Boudreau and Jacqueline Snow invited family friends Derek Martin, his wife, and their children to Osoyoos Lake. They had spent the day boating and swimming, but when the wind picked up and the water became increasingly rough, the group decided to head back to shore. As they made their way back, Jacqueline, who was driving the boat, spotted an empty rental pontoon boat drifting and a family struggling in the water. A man and a woman who were not wearing life jackets were in distress. The man was frantically waving for help, and the woman was struggling to stay afloat, while a 3-year-old child drifted helplessly. Thankfully, the child was wearing a life jacket. Without hesitation, Jacqueline steered the boat as close as possible to the harrowing scene. Kyle, a competitive swimmer growing up, jumped in to rescue the drowning woman, while Derek quickly grabbed a spare life jacket, jumped in, and swam toward the child and the man. Working together, they were able to bring all 3 individuals safely back to their boat. The entire rescue unfolded in a few short minutes, but the rescue family was visibly shaken and scared. Once they assured everyone was safe, Kyle and Derek drove the family's pontoon back to the dock. Kyle said they consider themselves lucky to be in the right place at the right time. Quote, "It's absolutely 100% feels really great to have helped save their lives. It's something I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. But I'm not looking to be called a hero at all, because it boils down to being there at the right moment and having the ability to know that I'm strong enough of a swimmer to take this on." For her incredible perception, we honor Jacqueline Snow and with the Silver Award for Merit, and for their quick actions and courageous rescue, we honor Kyle Boudreau and Derek Martin with the Silver Medal for Bravery.
Of course, Jacqueline is not here, but husband Kyle can accept the award on her behalf. Every wife deserves a medal anyway. Congratulations. The next Silver Medal for Bravery is awarded to Robert Griffiths.
On the evening of July 8, 2024, Rob Griffiths was riding his bike along the Thompson River in Kamloops when he witnessed two men in their early 20s jump into the river from a float plane dock. The strong current quickly overpowered both men. One struggled to swim back to the dock, while the other was on the verge of drowning. Rob knew he had to act. He called for someone to dial 911, raced down the rocky riverbank, and dove into the water. He reached the distressed individuals who were about 20 meters from the shore and grabbed the drowning man by the underarm. With immense effort, Rob stabilized him and began pulling him back to land. Despite his extensive open water swimming experience, the powerful current kept pulling all of them further from the bank. Rob feared for his own safety as he exerted every ounce of strength to pull the drowning man to safety. Because of his quick thinking and determination, Rob rescued the man who had been on the verge of drowning, which allowed the other individual to save himself. The entire rescue took less than 5 minutes, but the emotional toll it took on Rob was profound. He has since been advocating for increased warning signage to be added along the river. For his immediate response and courageous rescue, we honor Robert Griffiths with the Silver Medal for Bravery.
Congratulations. Thank you, Premier Eby. I will now invite Minister Begg to present the next award. The Silver Medal for Bravery is awarded to Alison Ambroso, and Rosie Hartman. Unfortunately, Alison and Rosie could not be present today, so accepting their award on their behalf is Tony Tariglia, past president and vice president, and represents Lifesaving Canada for the International Lifesaving Federation.
On the afternoon of June 15, 2024, Rosie Hartman was walking around Langford Lake on Vancouver Island when she heard shouting and the sound of water splashing near the lake's floating swimming dock. Rosie spotted a group of people on the water, one of whom appeared to be struggling to stay afloat before going under and not resurfacing. Drawing on her training as a former lifeguard with Bronze Cross and Bronze Medallion certifications, Rosie immediately dove into the lake. She swam out to the group who appeared panicked. Realizing the urgency, she called out to bystanders on the dock for help. At that moment, Alison Ambroso, who was walking nearby with her husband and his parents, heard a cry for help. She rushed to the dock and saw Rosie out on the water. Also a former lifeguard, Alison, along with another young man on the dock, jumped in to assist with the rescue. The water was cold, deep, and murky, which made their search difficult, but they located the missing individual. A 17-year-old boy was lying at the bottom of the lake. Confident in her lifeguard training, Rosie dove to the bottom and, with the help of the young man assisting in the rescue, pulled the unconscious teen to the surface. Rosie and Alison then towed the boy to a nearby floating dock and pulled him from the water. The teenager was not breathing, so they immediately began performing CPR. As they continued administering life-saving efforts for several minutes, emergency crews arrived. A fire rescue boat transported the still unconscious boy to shore, where he was rushed to the hospital by ambulance. Tragically, despite their heroic efforts, the rescue team, Karen McKay, passed away in the hospital 4 days later. Since the harrowing events that unfolded that day, Alison has been seeking ways to advocate for adding life-saving equipment to the docks. For their quick and courageous actions and resourceful rescue, we honor Rosie Hartman and Alison Ambroso with the Silver Medal for Bravery.
Congratulations again to Alison Ambroso and Rosie Hartman. The next silver medal for bravery is awarded to Trip Larson.
On August 1, 2023, 16-year-old Trip Larson was exploring Cayuse Creek near Castlegar with his family when he and his stepbrother visited a natural water slide, a 4-meter-high waterfall that cascades into a deep, cold pool. While there, they saw a young man and woman slide down and struggle as they plunged into the water and tried unsuccessfully to reach the edge of the pool. The couple called out for help, and Trip, a bronze medallion award holder, along with another bystander, jumped into action. Trip jumped in, reached the woman first, and extended his arm to help her, guiding her safely back to land. He was in the process of helping her out of the water when the young man who had been helped by the other rescuer continued to struggle to get out. In a panic, he began climbing on Trip, pulling him down in the process. Drawing on his lifeguard training and the skills gained from his bronze medallion certification, Trip instinctively pushed himself deeper underwater to free himself and avoid being dragged under, ensuring his own safety while still helping others. For his courageous and resourceful rescue, we honor Trip Larson with the Silver Medal for Bravery.
Congratulations. And thank you, Minister Begg. I will now invite Deputy Mayor Peter Meisner to present the next award. The next Silver Medal for Bravery is awarded to Delbert Souls.
On the morning of November 4, 2024, Delbert Souls drove down to the Port Haney Wharf in Maple Ridge during his lunch break. He was sitting in his truck and had started to unpack his lunch when he heard someone screaming. He rushed out onto the wharf and saw a woman floating face down and unresponsive in the Fraser River about 12 meters from the shore. Delbert knew he had to act. Despite not being a strong swimmer, he ran down the riverbank and into the cold water. Delbert wrapped his arms around the woman and managed to pull her back to shore and out of the water. By then, firefighters and paramedics had arrived on the scene. They carried the still unconscious woman across the West Coast Express train tracks and administered CPR before transporting her to the hospital. For his quick actions and courageous rescue, we honor Delbert Souls with the Silver Medal for Bravery.
Congratulations. Thank you, Deputy Mayor Meisner. I will now invite Councillor Pete Fry to present the next award. The next Silver Medal for Bravery is awarded to Marcio Tatajipa.
On the evening of August 17, 2024, Marcio was on a routine open water swim between Sunset Beach and Second Beach in Vancouver. He had a camera mounted on a board to track his swim and improve his technique. As he approached Second Beach, Marcio noticed a commotion on the shore at Stanley Park, saw approaching Coast Guard vessels, and spotted a man in a life jacket floating just ahead of him. The man had been involved in a jet ski accident and had been adrift for 45 minutes, too exhausted to swim any longer. Although the Coast Guard had just arrived on the scene, they were struggling to reach the man because the water in the area is extremely rocky. Marcio, a lifeguard and swim instructor, took immediate action. He reached the struggling individual, had the man hold on to his board, and then pulled him back to shore, offering reassuring words and encouragement throughout the rescue. For his calm and courageous response, we honor Marcio Tatajiba with the Silver Medal for Bravery.
Congratulations. Thank you, Councillor Fry. I will now invite MLA Susie Chant to present the next award. The next silver medal for bravery is awarded to Neil Turnbull.
On August 22, 2024, Burnaby resident Neil Turnbull was on vacation with his family in Anaheim, California. While his wife and son were enjoying the hotel pool, Neil was relaxing in an adjacent hot tub. Suddenly, he heard a cry for help from a nearby pool. An 11-year-old boy was lying motionless at the bottom of the water. Without hesitation, Neil rushed to assist. He dove into the pool, hooked his arm around the boy's shoulder and torso, and pulled him to the surface and out of the water. Neil placed the unconscious boy on his back and found he was not breathing. He immediately began performing CPR. As blood began spurting from the boy's mouth, Neil quickly rolled him onto his side to keep his airways clear, supporting his head and neck. While Neil performed the rescue, his wife called 911. Fire and rescue emergency services arrived soon after and took the boy to the hospital. The child had been underwater for at least 2 minutes, but thanks to Neil's swift actions, he made a full recovery. For his immediate response and life-saving first aid, we honor Neil Turnbull with the Silver Medal for Bravery.
He's not inflatable, Ms. Chant. Thank you, Ms. Chant. And congratulations, Neil. Congratulations to all our Rescue Award recipients. Yeah, another round, I think. I would now ask Graham Esplin, President of the Lifesaving Society of BC and Yukon branch, to come forward to present the next award. The Water Safety Excellence Award acknowledges unwavering commitment to water safety and is presented today to BC Ferries. Accepting this award on behalf of BC Ferries is Cara Berriol.
BC Ferries is a vital guardian of the waters. Their rigorous training and commitment to safety prioritizes the well-being of the more than 22 million passengers it transfers annually across its fleet. One notable example of their dedication to safety occurred on January 8, 2024, when a 22-year-old woman was reported missing by a concerned father who had just disembarked the Queen of Albernia at Tsawwassen Terminal. Following an announcement at the terminal, a passenger reported seeing an object fall off the vessel as it was approaching the dock. Brandon Pengali and Matt Phillips, two diligent members of the BC Ferries crew, spotted the young woman in the vessel wash and took immediate action. They alerted the ship, and despite it not being standard precision, swiftly boarded the workboat and raced over to pull the woman from the water. This rescue is just one example of the numerous life-saving interventions that BC Ferries staff perform each year, often without the recognition they deserve. For their unwavering commitment to water safety, we honor BC Ferries with the Water Safety Excellence Award.
Congratulations. The next award to be presented is the M.G. Griffiths Award. This award is given to those rescuers who have already received a medal and are now presented with the M.G. Griffiths Certificate for having applied a skill and knowledge, or applied skill and knowledge, gained through Lifesaving Society programs to aid a victim in an aquatic emergency. We are very pleased today to honor Alison Ambroso, Rosie Hartman, Trip Larson, Marzio Tatajiba, Rob Wilson with the M.G. Griffiths Award. And once again, I'm sorry, accepting the award on behalf of Allison and Rosie, who aren't here today, is Tony Tariglia. Congratulations. Our final award of the day is the Governor's Gold Medal for Bravery, which will be presented by Branch President Graham Esplin on behalf of Branch Governor Nicole Liddell. The Governor's Gold Medal for Bravery is chosen by the Branch Governor for the most heroic rescue of the year. This year's recipients are Alison Ambroso and Rosie Hartman, and once again accepting on their behalf is Tony Tariglia. Our heartfelt congratulations go to all today's Honor and Rescue Award recipients. The brave rescuers recognized today played a key role in preventing even further fatalities, and even one is too much. And we sincerely thank them for their courageous efforts. Drowning is preventable. This year, Drowning Prevention Week is taking place between July 20th and July 26th, and will feature water safety events and education initiatives across the province. As we come to the end of today's ceremony, I would like to thank our citation reader, Jason McKinnon. Thank you, Jason. As well as acknowledging the work of our audio-visual team of Dave Page, Val McHugh, and Catherine Grant of Leading Edge Audio-Visual. I'd like to thank my speech coach, but they don't want me to name them in public. Thank you also to our bagpiper, Owen Reed, our RCMP escorts, and the cadets of the 759 Falcon Royal Canadian Air Cadet Squadron for supporting today's ceremony. And of course, thank you to the branch staff and volunteers for their efforts in planning this event. And a special thanks to our dedicated volunteers, Ron Aubry, our Honor Awards Chair, and Lori Ann Drew, our Rescue Awards Chair. So thank you to all the volunteers. On your way out, the cadets will hand you an award citations booklet containing all of the rescue stories that you have heard here today. We now invite you to join us for refreshments available at the back of the room. But first, please stand as our platform party is led out. Thank you for attending, and please stay safe around the water. Thank you.